You probably clicked on this video thinking that title is not going to be real at all. Well, I'm telling you now, there's a club legend that could be leaving today. We have made a record transfer sale who's also someone we developed for our own youth academy and is a name in the game player. Sorry, Chris, but something's happened. We've also signed a wonder kid who has 17 passing, 17 first touch, and we could even be signing Joe Bellingham. Yeah, stick around. What is going on there, guys? Kempy here, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to today's video, which I think is going to be absolutely mental. It's Wrexham, of course it is. It is episode 8 of the channel. Yesterday we had our Chelsea video, and thank you for all the comments and love on that video. Massive thank you to you guys. The thumbnail was beautiful, of course helped by Puggo Designs, and you can tell there's been a slight tweak of the rebrand of the channel as well, with also Puggo helping on that. So massive thank you to Daryl. But yeah, today it's going to be a mental one. I've just played a game against Swansea and lost 1-0, sadly enough. But I've got you about 3 weeks to catch up on in terms of games. We're still in 7th place. And before we get into transfers, we'll do that because the transfers are what you guys are here for. But I need to keep you here for a little bit longer before you go away. There was a Battle of Wales part 2. And I tell you what, Cardiff pushed me right to the end. We won 4-3. Iko finally breaking his goal curse, scoring a brace, and Joe Bellingham scoring a brace in this one as well. Luckily, they got a man sent off. They still pushed right to the end, but a 4-3 ding-dong battle away at Cardiff was a great result to get back off that 3-1 loss to Chelsea. Bristol City, home 2-0 win. A decent side Bristol, but we managed to dispatch them quite easily. Sadly, we just played against Swansea, another team from Wales, and they did put us to the sword and beat us 1-0, but honestly, that's not what I'm worried about right now. Transfers have been ridiculous. I said, I'm sorry, Chris. You went for £8 million to Brighton, and I can't lie, it's an absolutely fantastic deal for us. We've got 50% percentage of any future sale of Chris Lewis. I think you'd agree that is very good. We got £4 million up front, £4 million over the next 2 years. So it's also a bit more financial security for us. Chris wanted to go to Brighton. I managed to convince him. Well, I managed to speak to him about not going. Wasn't happy about it at all. Ended up agreeing on £8 million for him. And I tell you what, that's not bad money at all. You can see potential-wise. He has got that 5-star potential. We know how good he can be. We also know how reckless he can be with that 18 aggression and that 2-footed challenge. Yeah, you saw that, and it scared me. So he's gone. He's out the door. Someone has returned as well. Messi Lingard is back. I put enough room for him last episode. He is back on loan at the club. He hasn't got off to the best start as of yet, but I think he's going to be fantastic for us. There's an option as well for a backup to Ike Ugbo went out on that right wing. He could be absolutely fantastic. We know how good he is from last season. I'm very excited to have him back. We've also signed a wonder kid that I said about, 17 passing, 16 first touch. The guy is unbelievable. Dino the Dinosaur, Dino Machella, is a centre midfielder who's here to replace Christopher Lewis. We will be checking up on you as well, Chris, throughout the seasons. So don't be worried about that. But yeah, Dino the Dinosaur is here to replace him. He's centre mid on attack, unbelievable passing, first touch. Stats are very well-rounded. 18 years of age. He's already played 3 under-21 caps, I believe, for Denmark, not Croatia. But yeah, he's very talented, a very, very good player. So he is in. We've also signed Sam Curtis. Even forgot about him, and he's just come up there. He was on a compensation from, I believe it was St Patrick's. Yeah, St Patrick's Athletic in Ireland. He's having some great seasons over there. Well, you know what? He's come to us, and we've got him at right back. So there's him and the Sugar Show are our 2 full-backs. They are both Irish. This guy's even got a cap for the Ireland national team. He's also real, I believe, because he's got that blacked out face. But yeah, 21 years of age. He's already worth 5.2 to 7.2 million pounds. Come up on the scouting report. An absolute steal of a player. He looks fantastic. He's been quite good for us as well. 6.87 in the last 3 games. I think that is it, transfers wise. This year we've already made £12.5 million, which is absolutely ridiculous. Something else I need to bring you guys to your attention. Paul Mullins on the transfer list, and he's on the loan list. He's not happy. He's kicking up a fuss. He's now 2-star current ability and potential ability. He's a club icon. He's an absolute legend. He's a GOAT. He is in the argument with Messi and Ronaldo, in my opinion. But he's not happy. And I would quite like to see him out the door and leave things on a nicer note than him not playing for the next year and a half and then leaving for free. I think it'd be better if we can get him out the door now. He'll be happy. We'll be happy to get him off the wage bill because that is hurting me lots. So yeah, I might even offer him out for like 100k just so he can go and he can go and carry on with his career. Today, we have got a transfer deadline day and then we've got a game against Stoke, who are sitting 5th in the table. We are currently sitting in 7th, just 2 places out, 2 points even, outside of the playoff spaces and only 9 points off the automatic promotion places as well. Things are going well for sure at Wrexham. We are building the club not just for the short term but for the long term as well, and I think you guys can appreciate we are doing very, very good things here. We've got £3.8 million in the bank. We've got a massive scouting budget. We've got great wage budget on us. It's going to be an exciting deadline day and I think a very exciting second half of the season. I'm going to go through this scouting list, make sure there's no one that I have missed and bring you guys back for deadline day where things could get pretty wild because I'm going to go Wonder Kid shopping. Just a very quick interruption from myself. It's just a quick reminder to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video and also get them bell notifications on. It helps me out massively. It helps you massively as well so you don't miss any future videos on the channel. Carry on enjoying the video. I think I've found someone. Jose Araya, a Chilean striker, 3 caps for Chile, playing for Everton Divina, I'm guessing in... Oh, he's in Argentina. And one thing I'm going to say as well, badges-wise, I'm still struggling with getting them all in. Still having problems with OneDrive, but nowhere near as bad as they were. So the save isn't going to die. It's just this thing's FM getting back to what it was. This guy looks unbelievable as a striker. 16 finishing, 14 composure, unbelievable pace. He's 5'1". I'm going to say he's not 5'1". He's about 5'7". Career stats wise, he bangs in goals and he's interested in coming and he's worth about £1.3 million. How can I say no? I just can't. Let's get him in. We've got money and this guy looks unbelievable. And I tell you what, we might. You know what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to loan him back for 6 months. They can keep him for the rest of the season. 1.5 million. That is an absolute no-brainer. Jose Araya. No one else is interested in him. I think he's going to join. He's going to get a work permit. And next season he's going to absolutely rip up the Premier League, not the Championship. And I was going to end it there. But I'm just going to show you how good this guy is actually. Compare him to Ike Ugbo. Yeah, it's game over. Right, it's transfer deadline day. The lights have gone yellow. And I'm going to kick it off with an absolute bang. We're going to go and buy Joe Bellingham. And you can't stop me. And it's happening. And Leon aren't going to reject it. We're going to go £2 million. And we're going to go 2.5 over the next 3 years. And he's going to sign. Not quite. And he's going to sign for £5 million. I'm telling you now, this is an absolute bargain. Oh, I didn't want that to come up. You go away. You go away. 3.5. Bosh. £5.5 million. Joe Bellingham, we've got to make the signing. He's an absolute legend. I said we'd do it in the start. We are going to do it. Job's coming in. He wants to join. I've spoken to him already. I spoke to his agent and he was like, get him in. Job loves it here. He is Wrexham till he dies. So Job, come in. You are not having any release clause. You are coming in for £8,000. Not quite £8,000. 10,000 British sterling a week. That's what you're getting, Job. And you're going to accept it. And you're going to love the fact you're at Wrexham. And you're gonna accept it, mate. £10,000. 12.5. Have it. That was a bit easy, wasn't it? 12.5 grand. David Marco, look at his value. Can I just sell him? His work permit just keeps getting rejected. I'm going to try just to offload him, get a bit of cash in. He was free. He was a free signing. What a free signing he was as well. Paul Mullin, we're going to get him out the door. £250,000. We'll transfer list him and tell him he's not wanted anymore. If we could just get that money off the wage books, that'd be fantastic. I'm even going to just take this, £2.5 million. We signed him literally for nothing. He's never going to really get a work permit because we can't ever send him anywhere. No one wants him. £2.5 million or even better, 2.2 with the 30% next clause. I'm really happy with that. £2.5 million for a player that's never touched a foot on hallowed professional football turf, I think is a great deal. We've also got the Chilean striker we're trying to sign and loan him back to his parent club. Everything is going down, and like I said, it's going to be a busy deadline day. Let's have a look. Is anyone else looking to leave? No offers for Mullin. Mullin, mate, just leave, please. You want to go? I'm happy. What do you mean you're happy here? You kicked up a right stink. Yeah, we'll unregister you from the squad. Huh. Well, I think Captain Mullen might be staying. I've just massively annoyed him. Scott Thomas, you're still bagging goals and you're still at the club. However, if we're getting off of £3.5 million, you might not be for long. But you know what? Still great potential and obviously doing quite well still. Louis Barry, someone we were looking at. Jack McKenzie is not leaving. These offers are absolutely shocking. A loan approach for Marco. I would take it if you give me the 2.5 that everyone else is giving. And you don't have to pay any of his wages now. And I'll even take that off. Oh, because I like the 50%. I really like the 50%. Yeah, I'll take that. If you go there, that's fine by me. Sergio Herrera, we don't want any more. Gil, we don't want any more. Tahith Chong, we don't want any more. Kobe Mainu is an absolute baller. Wins a Young Player of the Month. And I'd love to bring Kobe in. He's on loan from United at Norwich. Joe Bellingham comes third in that. We're going to request summary because it's deadline day and we haven't got time for meetings. We're going to go classic. Why is Roy Hodgson in my head? Oh my God, Harry Redknapp. We're going all guns blazing. We're up till 1 a.m. doing deadline day business. And that is what today is about. No time for meetings. It's time for sign-ins. And I'll bring you guys back when hopefully Joe Bellingham is an official Wrexham lad. And there it is then. Joe Bellingham is a Wrexham lad. And he joins the club at the end of the season on them wages. So even better, we don't have to pay that money until next season. He joins on the 30th of June. So that loan is going to stay. I didn't even realise that was going to happen. That makes it even better because he's still on £1,600 for the next few months, which is fantastic. David Marco, out the door, £2.5 million. Thank you very, very much. Happy with that. And it looks like the unbelievable striker Jose Araya is in. That right there is 3 pieces of business which are unbelievable. Joe Bellingham, unbelievable signing. Marco leaves for £2.5 million, which then pays for Jose Araya, who just looks unbelievable. I don't think I'm overselling this guy. He looks fantastic and he's going to absolutely tear up whatever league we are in. I don't care if we're in League One. We could get a points deduction. We could go into the Premier League. We will smash it. We'll go in the Championship. We will smash it. This guy is going to score so many goals. I'm absolutely sure of it. So I'm very excited with that. We've got some more social media followers. They're probably all Chilean. I thought that's what it was going to be. It was going to be the fact that we've got exquisite signing. That's not what I'm looking for. But he's a fantastic player. He's back there for the rest of the season. So keep an eye on how he is getting on. Money-wise, we've still got £2 million left. I'm not going to go absolutely wild. If we just look at what we do need to bring in. Mullin, we'll actually take him off the transfer list. If he's going to just be happy that he's not going to be playing games and he's going to just sit around doing nothing at Wrexham, I'm fine by that. If he's happy with that, I'm happy with that. Sebastian Neves is still wanted by Brighton. Jack McKenzie is obviously a wanted man. Jack Tierney's a wanted man. And a centre-back is the next position I would like to bring in. I think I'm going to try and keep Dino around the club. I don't think I need to replace him. Yeah, he's going to stay around because he's part of that 6. Christopher Lewis left and he come in. So it works that he stays around. So my next piece of business is a centre-half. I mean, this guy is just called Tom. He's Brazilian. He's probably going to be about a 2.5 star. Unbelievable flair, technique and first touch. Maybe lacks that injury slightly, but he's a Brazilian called Tom for 170 grand. So he's coming in. Oh, yes. We have signed a big, meaty Croatian centre-back to partner Reece Williams for the rest of time. He's 195 centimetres tall. He was wanted by Borussia Dortmund. He signed for Wrexham. What a signing. £1.1 million, between £10 and £11 million of budget already. He's an extremely consistent player. He's already a decent championship level. 5-star potential. Signed from Shibaniak, I'm going to say is how it's pronounced. Averaged around a 7 for his whole career. 143 games at the age of 21. 13 caps for the Croatian under-21s team. What a signing. This deadline day is ridiculous. A man that I love in real life, Shola Shuratire. Left winger, centre attacking midfielder. Do not need him in the slightest. Fantastic potential in FM. Always is really good in the match engine whenever I've used him in previous FMs. I'm going to try and bring him in. He's on a hell of a lot of money. I'd like to probably loan him out for the rest of the season. I don't know if we've got enough time for that. and I'm not paying him that much money. Yep, Shola's not coming in. What else is happening transfers-wise? Jack McKenzie is not leaving. On the ins, we've got this man potentially coming in. What a signing that would be. Saeed El Jazmi, 18 caps for the United Arab Emirates at 18 years of age. This guy as well, 194 centimetres, and would probably be the replacement for Reece Williams. I don't think he's going to get a work permit. It was rejected the first time. I've appealed it. We'll see if it comes in. If not, I'm happy for him to go out on loan somewhere and just play unbelievable football somewhere else. Unbelievable signing. And we're also trying to get Tom still. So, yeah. Oh, he's been he's been granted a work permit, and we've got 2 ridiculous centre-backs on deadline day, and I need to go and do some sorting out. Okay, we're not getting Tom, so that's not happening, but Jack Tierney is going out on loan. I don't think anyone else is going to go out on loan. I said to Saeed El Jazmi that we'd send him out on loan. He apparently doesn't want to go out on loan, and neither does Wilandi Apan. I can't sell either of these lads, and they've got to stay in the team, surely. I mean, Victor's out for at least another month, which is fine. The big meat Croatian. So it's not the end of the world, but I can see some people getting angry, and I do not need that as we push to a very, very tight end of the season. To be fair, there's only 16 games left. They might even have time to get angry, and in January we can just reevaluate, either make lots of money on the signings we've made, or, yeah, Zach says bye and Reece Williams maybe says bye, but he's been so good this season. It's a headache that is good. It's a good headache, let's be honest. I've not struggling for players that we can't play. Somehow we've turned this Wrexham side into the most ridiculous side you can imagine 6 months on from just getting promoted from League One. I haven't even told you guys as well yet. We've got an excellent youth intake coming in. This could be the best season ever. If we manage to get in the playoffs, somehow get promoted, get a 5-star youth intake, an unbelievable January. This could go down in the history of FM YouTube, not on my channel, on everyone's channel. I think it's fair to say we definitely need a transfer recap. Deadline day is over, so we can get these back to lovely Wrexham red. It looks a bit pink, so that looks a little bit better, doesn't it? We are back on transfer deadline day. It is over, thankfully. We're still only 19th in the wages chart, which, you know what, is not as bad as I thought at all. We have gone a little bit over our wage budget. We are 5k in the red. It's not the end of the world, that's for sure. Jack Tierney did end up going out on loan. I think it was to Lincoln, maybe. But we need definitely a transfer history recap, because not even I know what's going on at this point. So we signed 3 players on deadline day. Jose Araya, Victor Damjanovic, Saeed El Jazmi all came in on the day. And Joe Bellingham is coming in next season, although he's obviously still here on loan. So there's some fantastic signings. Players who left the club. Jose Araya went back out on loan. David Marco left the club for 2.5 million, and Jack Tierney left the club on loan. Paul Mullin had to take the club, offered him out for £0. Still no one was a taker for him. So looks like Paul is going to stick around at the club and gather some dust. Saeed El Jazmi, when actually comparing him to the centre-backs we've got, he is not as good. If you compare it to Zach Owie, there's quite a big difference there. But he's 18 years of old. The only thing I might have, he wants to be a star player. He's not going to be, but he'll learn to live with it, 'cause he might even get games at CDM. And like I said, there's only 16 games till the end of the season. He could always go out on loan and play football elsewhere next season. So I still think that's an unbelievable signing. And then Victor is 100% going to be in and around the first team. Again, if we compare him to Zach Alway, he is much closer to Zach. Obviously still not quite at Zach's level, but definitely a very good player. And again, the value there is just unbelievable. Great signing for £1 million. We've got Stoke in tomorrow. I've got an hour with 6 hours sleep on FM time, so we've got to be up for a big game against Stoke. It's going to be a difficult one. Like I said, Stoke are 5th in the league, and we are sitting in 7th place. And I think with the signs we've made, we can genuinely make a push for a true playoff position next year. This year. This is outrageous. But Joe Bellingham is becoming captain as well. Why the hell not? He's here to stay. Mullin is old news. Job's in now. Dynamics-wise, I believe Joe is a top influencer. Yeah, he is. We look at the hierarchy. Them two are both up top. And Job, he just absolutely loves me. And I love him. And he is here to stay. So he is coming in as the club's brand new captain. Thankfully, Mullin hasn't kicked up a stink, which is good because he quite easily could have. I'm going to do the team for this Stoke game. And I'll bring you guys back when we're loading in. The wonderful story of Saeed El Jazmi just gets even better. He's a centre half. He wants to be the number 7. You know what, Saeed? We'll make you the number 77, as if that's a normal centre-back's number. The team is quite strong today. Joe Bellingham is out with just a tiny bit of fitness issue, so he's not going to make the starting lineup. Reece Williams takes the captain's armband for today. He is also slightly tired, so we could see the debut of Saeed at the back, probably around the 60th minute. That could happen. Sam Curtis gets his first show for you guys, and I think that is it in terms of starting lineup. It's Angus Gunn, Sam Curtis, Williams, Awe, O'Malley, Mahir Sharur, Theo Zidane, David Gonzalez, Sebastian Neves, Dylan Stevenson and Ike Ugbo. The Stoke team, however, very strong. Garang Kuhl leads the line, the new Newcastle Australian signing. Josh Timmon's there, Tyrese Campbell's there, Chris Metham's their captain. I don't recognise many other players. Inigo Cordoba seems to ring a bell. Even their bench, Callum Britton, Peter Atabo, Jacob Brown, Matt Grimes, all very good player. I'm not going to try and say that name. Sayed Damanesh, I'm going to go with. I'm not going to try and say that properly every time, but he's on the bench, luckily, and based on position, I'm hoping he was a goalkeeper, so I don't have to try and say that in the middle of flow in a game. But yeah, I'm very excited for today's game at the racecourse. A mental day yesterday of deadline day, and today, hopefully we can just prove that we're moving up as a club on the pitch as well as off the pitch. In terms of sales, we made over £14.5 million worth of sales. I only spent around 5 million, and some of the players we brought in are just out of this world good. We've got Bellingham's little brother, for Christ's sake. I mean, what a signing that is, on a permanent deal as well, to say. Burgess there for Stoke with a great challenge on David Gonzalez and firing one in from 25 yards out. I mean, you're not going to stop that. What a finish that was. Disappointing from, I think it was David Gonzalez to lose possession there in the middle. He has been good this season, but you can definitely tell he's a little bit shaky sometimes. To be fair, he got double teamed by Burgess and another man, and he ended up just losing out on the ball. But that is 1-0 to Stoke, just 20 minutes in. We are going to just encourage the boys and maybe go positive rather than on a cautious style of play. We have got to take the game to them. They're the team in the playoffs. We're the team trying to get their space. So we've got to show that we are well up for this one. It is Josh Tymon and Hill at the back, knocking it around. It's a great ball over the top, I say. And Angus Gunn has been quite disappointing. And someone that I nearly wanted to replace in January but didn't. He had a 5.8 in that Cardiff game we won 4-3. He tried to throw it away. He was injured for a couple of weeks. And then straight away here, he's come out, got lost in no man's land. And Garang Kuhl has made it 2-0 to Stoke. And I feel like every time I turn the camera on, we lose a game. So it's very annoying for me as well as for you guys having to watch me lose every time this camera comes on. We need to change that. O'Malley is set on the right hand side for throw-ins, which is a bit annoying. Bit of a hospital ball there, but Sam Curtis deals with it well, and hopefully now we can just build through the line. Sam Curtis making a great run down the right hand side, finds Sebastian Neves. Can he get the ball in the box? He turns back to Mahir Sharur, finds David Gonzalez, who scores a worldie of his own. It's his third goal of the season. That's a fantastic finish for the Spaniard there on the edge of the box. Sebastian Neves having that composure and that bit of mental skill to play the ball back. Mahir Sharur, great ball into Gonzalez, and he comes onto his right foot and absolutely batters it home into the top nail. And that's 2-1 and hopefully gives us a leg back into this game. They have been on top in this one, slightly more shots, better XG. Very similar possession, however. We just need to make our chances count, and we do get them against a team like Stoke. It is Cordoba down that left-hand side, finding Laurent, going back to Cordoba. Decent effort. Sam Curtis does follow the run of the way. Angus Gunn manages to hold on to that one. It is still just 2-1. Sebastian Neves winning the header there. Ike Ugbo through on goal, and he blasts it over the bar. And how many times we've seen that from Ike Ugbo this season? He has been good, but his finishing is not what I expected it to be, and he's just got that one over the bar. Theo's are down there doing some good defensive work. Angus Gunn clearing the ball luckily there to Dylan Stevenson down his left-hand side. He goes in behind again to Ike Ugbo. He has got the pace to get onto it. He gets the ball in the box. Sebastian Neves cuts in on that left foot. It's blocked, and it goes in still. I thought it was going to go over, but it drops in just over the line. 2-2. And our lovely little amateur Belgium, Sebastian Neves, scores to make it 2-2. Ike Ugbo there showing what he does bring to the team with that pace in behind. Great ball in the box. Sebastian Neves with a decent effort. Blocked, and it does just bounce over the line. So very happy with that. 2-2. A great response from the boys from going 2-0 down. I am very, very happy. And this game is ours now. It's ours to lose. We're the team going for it. Dylan Stevenson isn't having the greatest of games, so maybe someone will consider taking off. Not a great call at a free kick there from Theo Zidane. Mahir Sharur does well to get back and make a challenge, but Stoke do pick it up, and it is Josh Tymon down the left-hand side. Can he get some space for a ball in? Good block there, and Theo Zidane can hopefully get it down. He's not going to, and Stoke are going to build again. Burgess ball in the behind. Sam Curtis defended well yet again, and it's time to take a breather because Stoke are knocking the ball around the back. Can we get an interception somewhere? Or are they going to go down the right-hand side now? Very good play there from Stoke, moving down the thirds. Ball in, Zakawe clears. Can Ugbo hold up? He can't. Stoke go long again. It is Aliar down on this left-hand side. Laurent, Burgess. Oh, he scored a worldie earlier on in this game. And thankfully that one has just snuck over the bar. They've come out for the second half. Well up for it, have Stoke. Dylan Stevenson isn't having the greatest of games. And we're going to bring on Charlie Lingard because you've got to see him in the episode that he comes back. Joe Bellingham can go back on it as well. And we'll also bring on Saeed Al-Jazmi for his debut at centre-back. And actually we'll swap him and Zach Howey around because he is left-footed and Zach is right. So that should help out both of them if they switch round. Oh, the game's not playing. That's why it's not switching. And that's much better to see. Compose yourself. Half hour to go. Al-Jazmi doesn't compose himself and hoofs the ball long. Chris Metham does pick it up. But luckily, Joe Bellingham, with that captain's armband on, fighting for the club like we knew he would, gets a ball in the books. Ike Ugbo doesn't win the header. And Stoke do reconvene themselves with Stevens in goal with the ball. Launches it long. Sam Curtis is going to win the header and Sebastian Neves picks up the ball. Sharur in a deep line playmaker position. Keeping the possession of the ball and just knocking it about fairly nicely here. Saeed with a great ball there to Charlie Lingard. And how I've missed seeing this guy run through and goal. Charlie Lingard blasts the ball just into the side netting. You guys have missed watching him do that, and so have I. But maybe in the back of the net, not the side of the net. We better next time, Charlie. Ike Ugbo doing well at the top. There's that pressing forward, doing very well as usual. Sebastian Neves on this right-hand side. Can he find a ball down the line? He's going to go back to Sam Curtis. He finds a great ball to Ike Ugbo. Charlie Lingard's lurking at the back post, and Charlie Lingard back on the score sheet as a Wrexham lad. It's his third of the season. I'm not sure if that's with us or with Brighton. I'm pretty sure it's the first goal he scored since he's come back. Maybe he's going to get another 2 in this game when there's a mistake. But Charlie Lingard back on the score sheet as a Wrexham boy. We used to call him Messi Lingard, and he is our Messi Lingard. Great finish there for Charlie, giving us a 3-2 lead. Looks like Leicester haven't ruined him just yet, which is good. Maybe we can sign him again if we do get up into the Premier League as a permanent signing, just like we've done with Job. Keep him here on loan until we can sign him. 80th minute, things are looking good. Al-Jazmi's having a good first game at the club as well. Anyone needs to come off? Sharur is on a booking. Okay, Yoxalu is just sitting there ready to come on. We'll also bring on Jack McKenzie as well for Sugar Show O'Malley at left back, just to hopefully give a bit more energy for the last 5 or 10 minutes. A little bit of time wasting would be good. If the result stays the same, we move into the playoffs and jump level on points with Stoke, just 8 goals behind them on goal difference. We cannot get carried away. There is a highlight, and it's David Gonzalez and Joe Bellingham knocking the ball back midfield. Sebastian Neves using that pace on the right wing, a ball into Ike Ugbo, and in classic Ike Ugbo fashion, blast the ball miles over the bar. Like I said, we see that all the time with him. I think we're going to see this one out for a 3-2 win, but it comes at a cost and a potential foot injury for Sebastian Neves. I'm going to move Ike Ugbo just to that right-hand side for the last 10 seconds of this game. We do see the game out, but has it come at a cost, and a cost that we would not have liked to have seen? Luckily, we've got Charlie Lingard who can go out there, but Sebastian's my baby, my boy. We can't see Sebastian injured. Is it a bad one? Let's just have a quick look. It's not great. It's a twisted ankle. 4 weeks out. It's not awful. What's the next month looking like for us as we miss him? He's going to probably miss the next 5 games. We've got Norwich who are second, Preston who are down in 19th, Middlesbrough who are 8th, Burnley who are 21st, and Forest who are top. And that's the game I'm probably going to bring you guys back for, is that Nottingham Forest game. And then we've got Bournemouth the game after as well. So you guys are going to have fun watching me lose twice away from home. We've done that already once episode, Forest and Bournemouth this season. We're going to do it again, this time away from home. We're going to lose both games again. Did we lose both games last time? I think we did, to be honest. No, we drew with Forest and then got beat by Bournemouth. It's time for redemption. We've got new signings. We're back to our best. And that's going to be when you guys come back for next episode. Thank you guys for watching as well. Today's been a mental transfer deadline day. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel as always, and I'll speak to you next time.